There's a number of these societies that are recruiting grounds for the world's elites. The Skull and Bones being no exception. Skull and Bones being a elite university society. It's where George W. Bush, uh, John Kerry, both were members of Skull and Bones. They do weird ceremonies with effigies of human sacrifice, different things. There was some filming from one of the dormitories down into a Skull and Bones ceremony where they're donning robes and they've got a girl on the altar. Just different weird things going on with the Skull and Bones. But yeah, a lot of these societies like the Skull and Bones are recruitment grounds for the elites to pick people up from the colleges and say, okay, they can be one of us. We can groom them for world leadership, like Macron and was it Trudeau, even Tulsi Gabbard was part of. I forgot the organization. They were all.
Oh yes,
it was a Rothschild group, world leadership group, and they were called Young Leaders for Tomorrow or something. Tulsi Gabbard, Trudeau, Macron.
Yeah,
but anyway, there's a lot of grooming going on.
Yeah, I forget. I had it written down, but I don't recall. But yeah, there's a lot of prominent names that have gone through this particular quote unquote training in order to get their ticket punched from these different secret societies. Another one is Bohemian Grove. So this is a fascinating one. It's funny because when you were describing Skull and Bones, it's almost the exact same thing. Maybe just a little bit more of a higher end flair for it, and a little more open, but sort of.
Bohemian Grove was one of my early interests back when I was starting to enjoy the mysteries. Was Bohemian Grove. That was Alex Jones, who in the year 2000 snuck into the Bohemian Grove, and he filmed the cremation of care ceremony. The Bohemian Grove is in Northern California, the Redwoods. I have a side business. I actually shipped a product to Bohemian Grove last year. I was like, oh man, this is Bohemian Grove, where I shipped one of the things. But anyway, it's basically a who's who of Republican politics. George, the Bushes were there. Ronald Reagan was there. Richard Nixon. There have been Democrat folks there. Hillary Clinton. They hardly ever allow women in. They used to. It was a men's club, but now they let women in. But Hillary Clinton was one of the first. But it's mostly Republican presidents that have been at the Bohemian Grove. And I'm not trying to hit on it, but I'm a conservative. I served as a Republican in the Tennessee legislature for 8 years. But it's just a reality. It is Republican politicians who go to the Bohemian Grove for the most part. And they do all kinds of weird stuff. The cremation of care ceremony, which is what Alex Jones filmed, they don robes, they carry torches, and they burn a human straw effigy in front of a 30-foot concrete owl statue, and whatever symbolism that's for, probably a symbol of Molech, passing your children through the fire, human sacrifice. But definitely some weird things going on at the Bohemian Grove involved with high-profile politicians.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of owl symbology when you start digging into a lot of these secret societies because it represents that esoteric knowledge again, that hidden and forbidden knowledge, because owls are wise, right? That's the whole tie in there. So this is a very common symbolism that you're going to see.
Synonymous with the all-seeing eye, the eye of Horus, which comes from when Osiris is reincarnated through his son, who is Horus. Horus' eye is plucked out by Seth, his uncle, Osiris's brother. I think we're getting it all straight. And so the eye of Horus becomes that symbolism of knowledge, of all seeing, as well as the owl.
Yeah. So another one that I want to touch upon is the Bilderberg Group. We've kind of alluded to it a few times, but fire away on that one.
So I don't know a lot about them. Obviously, they're an elite group of who's who. Again, along with the Club of Rome and the different family elites, a financial group trying to control the world through governments, and they're really succeeding in the European governments of controlling their people and how they can spend their money, and trying to control the world through financial purposes. A lot like the World Economic Forum, it's all a big cabal.
Yeah, that's another one I was going to touch upon there, which some of the things that have rolled out from the World Economic Forum have been just unbelievably brash as far as the way that they view the peasants of the world and how they're going to, orchestrate and control the world to get rid of what they call us, quote unquote, useless eaters.
Useless eaters, and that is a quote. You are correct on that quote. The secret societies are divided into two types, how they treat humans. That is white magic and black magic.
Yeah.
White magic believes that humans' lives should be spared and that humans are useful, whereas black magic believes that humans are to be discarded, to be sacrificed. Their lives don't mean much. And so throughout history, the secret societies fall into one of those two types. When we get to the Great Arcanum, the New Age movement, Theosophy, we get into the Ascended Masters, black magic and white magic, the occult.